Saturday the 15th of May, my mother's 70th birthday. Happy birthday, Mum, even though you don't watch my videos. Right, extremely motivated today. It's extremely wet for starters, but that's irrelevant. I purchased straight wood, good quality straight wood. Just to cheer myself up and keep the project moving. I've been here the other day, put the floor track down. We did discuss this in the other video that we were going to be doing a bit of the bathroom. So basically, that wood is to frame out this back wall. Now the reason we're doing it in real thick wood is the toilet is wall mounted, which obviously if you get a really fat git who's got no consideration for wall mounted fixings, if they put their fat bum on it, there's a big chance that the wall moves a little bit. So we want good quality wood. So basically I'm going to build an extremely over-engineered stud wall, which means lots of bracing, lots of noggins to minimise movement. Also, what I'm going to be doing is we've got some of these sheets of 50mm Celtex left over. So for no reason whatsoever other than to use it up, increase the quality of the insulation in here, I suppose, I'm going to dot and dab, because you can with these boards, just dot and dab them onto that wall, then build the wooden frame in front of it, and then we're infill with fiberglass insulation, therefore creating a solid, warm and energy efficient wall to match the rest of the house. Really grateful for these lights today because it's very gloomy. I'm going to get loaded out and then we will get started making this wall look beautiful. Okay, step one completed. I was originally, like I said, was going to dot and dab it onto it, but obviously because we've got all the framework in the window and that, I could compression fit it. So why make work for yourself? Compression fit, holds it in place. Once I've built the stud wall, it's not going to go nowhere. So that went well. This stuff is horrendous. I've got some in my eye. Ouch. And it's itchy, horrendous. Right, I'm going to cut some wood and start framing. So as always, we'll be putting a sole plate down and a top plate up and some stud work and all that. Okay, so I've marked out where the sole plate's going and where the top plate's going. I've cut a couple of studs. It actually works out quite nice because while I did the little wooden frame around the window, I've set it so they can fit tight up against it, so I've got extra fixes to make it really rigid. So I've just pre-drilled the wood. I'll just now do the fixing. Now obviously we've got this liquid screed, which is only 50mm, so ideally we don't want to penetrate that. So what I've done is I've just drilled the wood 50mm, the screws I'm using are 100mm, so if I do it about 90, then it'll go through the wood, into the screed without penetrating the whole way through and get us a good solid fixing without penetrating the DPM, but I don't think it matters anyway because we're quite high off the ground here and the chances of a little bit of water seeping up through the tiny microscopic holes is minuscule, so it's for nothing basically. Okay, that's the sole plate down, so I'll now start putting everything else up, so we'll come back when that's done. Okay, as you can see, I've put a stud down that side of the window. I haven't put one down there because obviously we've got the suspended toilet system there, so I'm going to now open up the box and work out how that goes. I'll just quickly put a stud up there. Also, what I'm probably going to do is leave this until we first fix, so then that way we can put all the pipework in and then I can frame around it afterwards. So then you're not fighting it, it just makes more logical sense. So yeah, we'll come back when I've got that stud in there and worked out where this toilet's going. Okay, as I said, I just put those last bits in. Very solid, really nice. It actually makes a change when you go to the merchants and they actually had a brand new pallet in. And I said to Eric down there, I was like, no, it's a bomb. It's not like a banana, it's straight for once. So that was nice. Right. Let's get this opened. Who doesn't like a good opening reveal? We've just built up some of these on another job, so I'm fairly familiar. But as always, it will be different. System. This is the pan. Right, I'm going to put this box over there, but there are instructions on this box, so maybe this is the instructions. Who knows? So you get two different pipes normally if you're not familiar. That is obviously if the pipe's going in the ground, or this one if it's going straight out the back. So we'll be using this one. It's going straight out the back. I think this is why this kit was a little bit cheaper, because the one we've just installed was already built up. So I think I've saved a little bit of money by doing it myself, because pretty much, apart from the framing, it looks identical. Right, I'm going to sit down, take my time, RTFM, read the effing manual, get used to what needs to be done, and we'll come back. Okay, I've built up the framework as far as I need to go. It was fairly basic, nothing special. It's literally just adding these two bits onto the lower leg, building this up a little bit. So fairly easy work. What I've done, so we know the bath shower screen is going to be here, and the toilet's going to be here. So I've basically imagined I'm sitting on the throne, as you do. So there you go. And I've penciled between my legs. So I've got a point where I think it will look nice. I haven't felt the need to exactly centre it because I don't think it really matters. I've then offered this up to here. I've just cut this stud. And then what I'll do is I'll hit this in place so it wedges this in between it. Obviously it'll still be able to pull out easy enough, but in doing so, what that means is we can drill this framework several times and then put lots of screws into this nice sturdy stud work, which then means we know we have a rock solid wall mounted TV, toilet. I keep saying TV because of that one. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'll just smack that into place now. So there, as you can see, now that stud work is held in place there. You can see fixings, and then that'll be as rigid as. Obviously the system comes with its own fixings that go through here and then onto the wall. But because we've got these terracotta blocks, they're not brilliant for this sort of application, because obviously they're terracotta, they're not that strong. So I think this idea is much better. Okay, I'll get all that fixed in. Realistically, what I'm waiting for now is we need the first fix happening. Obviously to get the cistern feed and the feed over there for the sink. And the other thing we're going to be looking to do is obviously closing it up once that happens. It's been a bit difficult getting this green board, so I'm hoping they've sorted it out and there'll be a little bit around. We'll just have to wait and see. So anyway, let's come back to the next video clip where I'll be doing something, who knows what.